Up in the third quarter for this game. The Commanders at this point, you see the two quarterbacks there. Of course, they're familiar with each other, 1 and 2 draft. Commanders trail 13-7. Jayden Daniels getting back in it, connecting with a wide open Luke McCaffrey for 6 points. Commanders leading 17-16. Early fourth quarter, same score, 1-point game, and Daniels to Zach Ertz, Dan.
Yeah, Zach Ertz really came on for their pass game. Obviously, no Terry McLaurin. You saw Jayden Daniels consistently looking for Ertz in critical moments.
Ensuing Bears drive, Caleb Williams finds DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift in this Bears run game finally got going last night.
3rd and 5. I love the little subtle motion. You're using the leverage of the defender to essentially pick himself, get the ball to a playmaker in space. He does the rest.
Now the Bears only trail by 2. Late fourth quarter, Commanders with the ball, same score, and Daniels handing it, trying to Jacory Crosby-Merritt, but they fumble the exchange. Could have been a slippery ball. Either way, Daniels took ownership of that moment, but a huge opportunity for the Bears. Next Bears possession, trying to make something happen here. Could they get in field goal range? Swift gets the carry, the big gain, and now they are in field goal range. Jake Moody, who just joined the team, he's got an opportunity to win this thing, and sure enough, Jake Moody nails that kick. The Bears win 25-24. We talked to Caleb Williams after the game, and here's what he had to say about their 3rd straight win in Chicago.
That's who we are. We fight. That's what Coach said. You know, we went 0-2 the first 2 games. We tied it back up, went 2-2, and now we're 3-2 because of our fight, because of our, how we face adversity and how we come through and come together.
So cool for Jake Moody. The entire night we're like, oh my goodness, is this going to come down to him? And then sure enough, it does.
Was it good vibes in there?
It was. It was awesome vibes.
Yeah.
It would have been either way. I mean, maybe not for Commanders fans, but Dan, the Bears did find a way to win. They were able to set up that game-winning field goal. Take us through how that happened.
Yeah, first of all, the 3rd and 5 conversion was huge when it comes to just play design, and then the understanding of situational football to really get that second run into field goal range. So 3rd and 5. You want to give yourself the best chance for success. So Chicago comes out, and we see it all the time, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4-by-1 formation. Now this matters because if I was the offense and I want to throw against a lesser defender, the 4-by-1 makes the nickel defender, the pass coverage guy, you're over there. So then that leaves a linebacker backside. Well, I want to, as an offense, throw to my skill guy in the linebacker. So I motion over the tight end. Washington leaves the nickel, Sanger still backside. Great, so I'm going to take advantage of my linebacker on my tight end matchup. Now, a couple things have to be important on your pass concept. I want to pay attention to Rome Odunze. When this ball is going to get snapped, you're going to see Rome Odunze free release and get vertical. I need you to get vertical if I'm the Bears. 2 reasons why. Rome, when you push vertical, the defense feels your speed because as he goes vertical here, okay, this linebacker needs to continue to drop because Rome could be running this in route. Okay, he has to carry depth. Rome, I need you to push vertical because as you push vertical and can run that corner, that defensive back has to gain depth. So I'm taking the coverage and lifting it. Now I want to go to my tight end Loveland, okay? When you get there, 2 things advantage for me. You're now just a body presence on that defensive end. It's not going to be a chip, it's just a body presence, so I'm helping to tackle. The second thing is, I need you to do what we call an arc release, meaning widen, okay? See, this is really important. As he widens and Rome pushes vertical, you're going to see both of them separate. What I'm trying to do is lift the coverage, and when you lift that coverage, that separation as an offense is huge here. Because now there's a void in that zone defense. Once you get your depth, turn around, get the catch. Huge conversion. Now let's go to the run that basically secures field goal range. You're expecting man coverage. The tight end is out here by himself. He's matched by safety. Everybody on the offense knows it's going to be man coverage. You want toss crack to be a part of your offense in man coverage. What does that mean? This receiver going to crack on that defensive end. When he does, I now get to pull my tackle. Remember, it's man coverage. So once DJ Moore goes down inside, he's also going to take 2, meaning that corner has to carry him in man, but then he's blocking a second guy because that's his responsibility. Beautiful job right now by the pin of those perimeter players. Darnell Wright's going to do an outstanding job of getting to the perimeter, stabbing one defensive lineman. So now look at all the space as an offense you've secured. We've got our field goal range, and then it's a really good job by Swift of then getting inside Wright's perimeter block. Really good by Ben Johnson, designing really an easy completion for Caleb Williams in that offense and taking advantage of a matchup. And then beautiful understanding of confirm the coverage, It's a great play called toss crack versus man coverage. Wright does a really good job, and Swift catches the perimeter and a cutback, and that's really what gets them in field goal range.
Yeah, there was a lot of talk that Ben Johnson said after the bye week. They felt like they put a lot more in. Caleb Williams even telling me before the game he felt he had a lot more of an understanding of the offense.
Huge.
You can see that coming together. And Mina, now with a 5-game sample size of these two, it does look like it's coming together a little bit with Ben Johnson and Caleb. What stands out to you?
This is the most Lions-y this offense has looked all year long, and it all starts with how they ran the ball. This has not been a good run game for most of this season. They were phenomenal yesterday. DeAndre Swift averaged nearly 5 yards before contact per carry. It was the best of any back in the NFL. Going back and watching the under center outside zone runs, it just finally felt like the offensive line had cohered, because, you know, in outside zone, you got to move together as a unit and move with athleticism and speed. And Dan, like, they were extraordinary, particularly when they ran to right side on the right side. On top of that, and you highlighted this when you pointed out the final play, the toss crack, the perimeter players. Again, Detroit-like, throwing blocks there, clearing lanes for the back. And the other thing I'll note is, again, similar to Detroit, you could feel the backers, the Washington Commanders backers, fearful of play action over the middle of the field, so they were almost hesitant at times to play the run too quickly. These are all things we've seen the Lions do over the last few years forever. This is the first time I felt like watching Chicago. We were seeing it with the Bears as well.
I think it's interesting they had the early season bye and that they went into it with 2 straight victories. So you get into the bye week and you can make those adjustments. People are feeling good about where they stand because they won 2 in a row heading into the bye, and they can build on it. You go back to the offseason and training camp when Ben Johnson was installing his program in Chicago. We heard this many times from a lot of different people. He was hard on them. He was hard on Caleb Williams. He was hard on the team during practices. And I think one of the things that came out of that was an understanding that, hey, we're all going through something tough together. And now you have guys that are playing with a level of confidence. Caleb Williams, you know, last year he's running around making hero plays. Last night he's, 3rd and 5, I'm going to get 7. I think what's really interesting about this is Caleb Williams having the confidence to operate within the offense, an offense being built to maximize his strength and give him that confidence. And I think that's what you're seeing playing out. Not that there won't continue to be ups and downs, but I think you're seeing the fruits of Ben Johnson's offseason.
Yeah, there were mistakes throughout this game, right? But even just being on the sideline watching them, Caleb Williams had this intensity about him the entire time. It was like no matter what it was going to take, they just felt like they weren't going to be denied. They were on the road. It was a crazy environment. Credit to the Bears for getting that.
Are here. Jeff, I'm going to start with you. So Caleb Williams, he didn't post gaudy numbers on Monday night, but he looks more comfortable running Ben Johnson's offense. What do you make of his growth?
Yeah, I love the progression that Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams are showing, right? The maturation process. And you saw it last night. They're down 8 in the 4th quarter after they'd had a big lead. They don't give up on it, right? He completes, so they get a blitz pressure. He drops off to Swift, who makes an incredible play, takes it down the field. You're seeing that. He also had a 3rd and 5 that he converts instead of trying to push the ball down the field or doing something heroic. Just take what they give you. I think Ben Johnson's done an exceptional job of putting the players in a position to be effective and to be productive. Caleb Williams has fallen right in line. That's exactly what you want to see if you're a Bears fan.
And that's exactly why they hired him, to get the talent out of the former #1 overall pick. Meanwhile, Graz, the Commanders' defense is yet to show it could consistently play well. Only 3 turnovers in 6 games. We're approaching the midway point of the